Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the weekly market analysis. If this is your first time of visiting this channel, don't forget to click on the subscribe button and smash the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. Don't forget to like and comment on this video too as well. So we are in the month of March, all right? Yes, I couldn't bring you the weekly market analysis last week, all right? Yes, I wanted to wait for the NFP and look at how the market is going to react. All right, and gladly we had the NFP last week. All right, yeah. So going forward, I mean, I'll have instances. There will be instances where you wouldn't get weekly market analysis for the first week of the month. Depends on how the market will react or how the market will end in the previous month. All right, yeah. So just take note of that. Yeah, so it's a new week, all right. We are entering into the second week of the month of March, and just as we normally do here, I bring you the weekly market analysis. Look at how the market has reacted over the past week and what to expect going into a new week. Yeah, so for those of you who are not aware, going into next week, we might no more see UTC -5 again. All right, yeah, we're going to see UTC -4. That is a daylight savings time. All right, so take note of that. All right, yes, take note of that. So normally, I don't know where you're watching this from, but if you find yourself in the GMT zone, all right, if you find yourself in the GMT zone, this time is set to New York time. All right, yeah. So normally, with respect to the Q zones or related to the Q zones, minus UTC minus 5 UTC for a Q zone like the New York Q zone, which is at 8:30 Eastern time. All right, if you are to convert it to the GMT, because it's -5 UTC, it becomes what, 1:30 GMT or 1:30 p.m. GMT. But we are shifting. All right, yeah, we are shifting to -4, so that is going to be 12:30 GMT, 12:30 p.m. GMT. But the time still remains. I mean, the Q zone still remains the Q zones. All right, but in conversion to other time zones, that is going to change. Do you get? I don't know if you get what I'm saying. The Q zone time remains the same, but converting it into other time zones, that is going to where the changes is going to come. All right. So if you find yourself in the GMT time zone, you're not going to see 1:30 p.m. again. It's going to shift back to 12:30 p.m. GMT. All right. I hope that is clear. Yeah. So that is just that, and I think the only difference between my Facebook and then Forex Factory is that with Forex Factory it shows you the daylight shifting time. All right, yes, so that is it. So daylight savings time shift. All right, yes, so both for Canada and then US. All right, so that's going to happen on the 10th of March. That is on Sunday, so we take note of that. And let's get back to the economic news calendar. Right, I mean, I told you sometime back that I don't use Forex Factory anymore. All right, I just opened it for you to see the daylight savings time because it's not Forex Factory. I mean, it doesn't have any impact on the market. All right, yeah. So take note of that. It doesn't have any impact on the market. So something you should take note of. Yeah. So let's delve into the economic news calendar and see what is happening on Monday, the 11th of March, 2024. We have the US. We have retail sales month over month for the month of January for Spain. Retail sales year over year for the month of January for Spain. On Tuesday, the 12th of March, 2024, we have Australia business confidence for the month of February. We have the CPI for the month of February for Germany, unemployment rate for the month of January for GBP. We have employment change for the month of January for GBP. We have CPI for the month of February for USD, inflation rate month over month for the month of February for USD, CPI for the month of February for USD, core inflation rate month over month for the month of February for USD, inflation rate year over year for the month of February for USD. We have inflation rate year over year for the month of February for USD. We have on Wednesday, the 13th of March 2024, we have goods trade balance for the month of January for GBP, GDP month over month for the month of January for GBP, we have goods trades balance for the month of January for GBP. On Tuesday, March 14th, 2024, we have CPI for the month of February for Spain. Producer price index for the month of for the month of February for USD. Retail sales excluding gas and autos month for the month of February for USD. Retail sales month for the month of February for USD. Retail sales year-over-year for the month of February for USD. Retail sales excluding autos month for the month of February for USD. We have jobless claims 4-week average as at 9th March for USD. We have initial jobless claims as at March 9th or the 9th of March for USD. We have continuing jobless claims as at 2nd March for the month of for USD. All right, here. So we have the ECB speech coming up to on that very day, that is the 14th of March 2024. Then on Friday for March 15, 2024, we have retail sales year-over-year for the month of January for Italy. Retail sales month-over-month for the month of January for Italy. Then we have the Empire State Manufacturing Index for the month of March for USD. Then you have the Michigan Consumer Sentiment for the month of March for USD. So these are the high impact news we are expecting to see on the market going into a new week. All right, yes, and so the whole of next week, the most important of them all is going to be the CPI for USD. All right, the CPI and then the producer price index. So that is something we should or you should watch out for. All right, yeah, so that is just that for the economic news calendar. Let's think about what is happening on the charts. We start with the dollar index. So for the dollar index, we've already taken out the previous 20-day low. All right, yes, I told you I wanted to see price move out of this range. All right, and finally we've seen price take out the previous 20-day low. It didn't just take out the previous 20-day low. We've seen a violation of what, of this bullish order block right here. All right, yeah, so as it stands now, going into the month of March, I'll be looking out for a bearish movement as far as the dollar index is concerned. So I want to see price going into next week shift back into the zone, making out for a lower swing high. Then we see a push to the downside, taking on the previous 40-day low as well as the previous 60-day low. All right, yeah. So far as the dollar index is concerned, I'll be looking out for bearish prices. Yeah, so that is just that for the dollar index. Let's look at what is happening on the GBPUSD. Yeah, so for GBPUSD, look at what happened here. We saw price was in a consolidation, then you saw price manipulating. We saw manipulation phase happening. Then the next phase you saw was a distribution. Already you've taken out the previous 20-day high, previous 40-day high, and the previous 60-day high. All right. So as it stands now, I will expect to see price come back to make out for a higher swing low formation. Then we see a push to the upside. So currently I'm looking out for bullish prices so far as GBPUSD is concerned. All right, yes, because we've taken out what highs. Price is respecting lows and what's violating what previous highs. All right, that takes us into a bullish order flow condition. So as it stands now, I want to see price come down to make out for a higher swing low formation. Then we see price continue to push to the upside. So that is my expectation so far as GBPUSD is concerned. Let's look at what is happening on AUDUSD. Yeah, so for AUDUSD to same plan, I'll be looking out for bullish prices. All right, yes. So the next thing for me is to see price making out for a higher swing low formation. Then you see price push to the upside to take out the previous 40-day high and then the previous 60-day high. All right, so those are my next draws on liquidity. All right, I want to see price push a little bit down to make out for a higher swing low. Then we see a push to the upside. So that is going to be my expectation so far as AUDUSD is concerned. Yeah, so that is just that for AUDUSD. Let's go what's happening on USD CAD. So dollar index USD CAD, same plan. All right, yes, I'll be looking out to see USD CAD push to the downside. All right, but as it stands now, it is still stacked. USD CAD is still stacked within the previous 20-day low and previous 20-day high. All right, I want to see price move out of that range, and so for that matter, I want to see price push up a little bit. Then you see about a push to the downside, taking on the previous 20-day low. All right, but as it stands now, I'm bearish on USD CAD. I'm looking out for bearish prices, And just as you've seen here, we have a bullish order block here. I'm not expecting this bullish order block to hold price. All right. Yes, eventually I'll expect to see this bullish order block being violated, and once it's violated, I'll expect to see price close below it. All right, and that is where I'll look for sales to push price, take out the previous 40-day low as well as the previous 60-day low. So that is my expectation so far as USDCAD is concerned. Let's look at what is happening on GBPJPY. Yeah, so for GBPJPY to same plan. All right, I'll expect to see price push to the downside. All right, I'm expecting GBPJPY to push the downside. We moved up. All right, market opened on March. We moved up, and then what? We are pushing to the downside. Price is trading just below the open price. All right, yes, and I'm expecting to see price continue to push to the downside. So going into next week, I want to see price push a little bit up, then you see a push to the downside, taking out the previous 20-day low. So for GBPJPY, I'll be looking out for bearish prices going into next week. Yeah, so that is just that for GBPJPY. Let's go what is happening on AUDJPY. Yeah, so for AUDJPY to same plan, I'll expect to see price push to the downside. So those of us in the swing trading room, we are already on a trade. All right, we are already in a trade on AUDJPY. All right, yes, you are really cruising in some sales. Yeah, so if you want to join my swing trading room, just look through the description box below. My Telegram ID is there. Just pick it up and get in touch on Telegram for me to sign you up or add you up to my swing trading room. And trust me, you're not going to regret it at all, because the number of high probability trades I post in there are very, very massive. All right, yeah, so take note of that. So that is just that for AUDJPY. Let's go what's happening on gold market. Yeah, so for gold made a new all-time high last week. All right, yeah, so gold has made a new all-time high, which is around the 21,000 zone. All right, yes, which is around the 2,000s. All right, that is 2,190, 196, 195 or so. Yeah, thereabout. All right, yeah, so as it stands now, we are seeing gold pushing to the upside. So currently I'll expect to see gold push down to make out for a higher swing low formation, then it pushes up again. All right, so that is going to be my expectation so far as gold is concerned. Let's see what is happening on NASDAQ. Yeah, so for NASDAQ is really pushing up at the moment. All right, NASDAQ is really pushing up at the moment. Let me switch the 4-hour time frame and see something. Yeah, so I'll expect to see NASDAQ continue to push to the upside. All right, yes, and so my point of validation is going to be, my point of invalidation is going to be this low right here. All right, yes, so if price should take out this low, all right, and close below this low, then it's going to invalidate my opinion or my idea of price pushing to the upside. All right, but if going into next week we see price push up, all right, and then close above this zone right here, then we see price push to the upside. So that is going to be my expectation so far as NASDAQ is concerned. All right, I've added a new pair. I've added a new market. All right, the US30. Yes, for some time now I was still observing to see how US30 reacts, and upon my observation, it's really sometimes gives a very interesting price action. All right, look at what happened on February, the month of February. Look at what happened. Price traded just below February's opening price, then we saw a push to the upside. So imagine I was in this trade. All right, imagine we had a setup like this. You can tell how much of a money we could have made, all right, or how much profit we would have banked out of the market. So US30 is one of my new market I'll be observing. All right, yeah, so as it stands now for US30, the overall direction of US30 is giving us a bullish sentiment. All right, unless we take out this low right here. All right, unless we take out this low right here, but once this low is still intact, then definitely we'll see price push to the upside at the moment. All right, yeah. So going into next week, I'll be watching this low. All right, the 4-hour time frame doesn't look bullish for me at the moment. All right, yes, it doesn't look bullish for me because you've taken out this low right here and price closed. Just look at how price reacted. Once we took out this low, we saw price running up. All right, then we see the current candle has given us a rejection. So going into next week, I want to see price push. All right, I want to see price push up. All right, I don't want to see this low violated. Once we see this low violated, then definitely we are going to see price push to the downside. But I'll use this also as a bullish order block. All right, yes. So I want to see price tap into it, which already we are in it. Then we see a push to the upside. Remember, price is trading below March open price, so kindly take note of that here. So that is just start for US30. And on this note, this is where I'll end so far as my weekly market analysis is concerned. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, do also click on the subscribe button and smash the notification bell to get notified as soon as I post a new video. Yeah, I'll be bringing you daily market updates. Yes, I'll bring you daily market updates, so watch out for that. All right, yeah. So that is just that. I'll come your way again another time. Peace.